have 365 days including today to make it your best year ever. What will you do? Hello. So today we have my slam book when I was in 6th grade. And I really just want to take a video of the whole thing so that I could look back at it when I get older. But for now, I'm just gonna take a video of the whole thing. And once I'm done, I'm just gonna cut it up as well, which will be the next video. And yeah, so what I mean by cut up is like what I've done in the previous video with my trash, where I use some illustrations in the book as stickers or what. And as the two pages that you've already saw, there's so many cute illustrations that I'm gonna use for my other journals. So sit back, relax, enjoy, and let's read my slam book. This is already so funny to me because let's cut out the first page because I have personal information there. But this is so funny. Best friend? Many. Yeah. Any talents? Yeah. Dancing. What the hell was I writing? And of course, my brother's on the far right part of the page. What the hell is happening to me? So you're also gonna see pages like this, so I'm just going to read them. The next pages will be a day in the life of, which is my life, daily journals basically, and of course, since it's a slam book, there's prompts. So let's get into it. I had pandesal for breakfast. I watched on TV Agua Bendita and I listened to Inui. That's how long ago this slam book is. And like I said previously, I didn't write on it that much. But yeah, see how it's June 2010? That's how long ago it was. That's so fun. I had two friends back in grade 6. That's Anne and that's Pat. And yeah, they really were fun to talk to. The phrase though, ajejeje, what the hell was that? Dude, what the hell? And then violet, yeah, I used to love that color. Damn. This next page though is really interesting. It says, what national holiday would you like to declare? And I wrote Friendship Day or Friends Day. I didn't see that clearly, but even back in 2010, I'm all about my friends. I do not play. I love them so much, even though I'm not friends with the people I was friends back in 2010 anymore. But know that I was all about my friends ever since. Now I love this next page. It's the birthday spread, and look how we ate at Jollibee. I was given presents, and it's just pieces of clothing from everything from my mom. And what I love the most though is that it says, I can't wait to be 21 so I can graduate. She was a working girl ever since 2010, bro. Why was I so excited to work? What the hell? Okay, so the next few pages are journal entries. They're prompts so that I have something to write about. Like, for example, the first page is defining me. And let's read that real quick. For me, I am cute, friendly, nice, a music lover, crazy, and a little bit brainy. So those are the positive things. For me, I am pikon, a bully, and a little bit selfish, and a little bit mayabang. And those are the negative qualities that I used to think about myself. I love it though. Goes to show I was self-aware even at a young age. The next page are things that I absolutely love, which I have to pause right here. Everything on here is true except except for sport and books, because one, I love playing basketball more, and two, I don't read books. I did read a lot of Geronimo Stilton, but the Twilight series, are you fucking for real, my guy? I never read, or I didn't read a lot, so that's funny that's what I put on there. So, ugh. This page is about my family, so of course I used to live with them back in 2010. I look like my father, I act like my brother. Zach and I used to not get along, but of course we're best buddies now. And what we like to do together is shop. And then the next page, which I just bombarded myself with, are about my friends back in those years. So I'm not gonna go deep into that, but yeah, they were my friends. Next page is all about school, friends, foes, teachers, and tests, which I basically just wrote that I like learning and I like being in school because of the teachers and the clubs that I was a part of. And then a very brief page of what's in my room, which is a lie because it's not even violet. Okay, now pause. I had a crush back when I was in 6th grade, and it was such an unhealthy crush, and I'm gonna show myself still, but I will cover the name. It's just so funny to look back at now, but of course that's child me being all crushy, okay? I don't need to explain myself, but I will keep that on there. We're also gonna skip this part because I don't know why I only put Sophie, but anyway. Next page is just future flash, which just says dream job. I've always been looking forward to working. I don't know why. Then it's now about my phobias, which I have to say now, I've overcome the fear of heights and bridges and whatever it is that I'm afraid of. Here, I was always pro 4-day work week, school week, whatever. But yeah, I've always wanted that change. And then if I'm ever going to describe my favorite place, it's just gonna be anywhere that's with my friends. So yeah. Next few pages are months in my life. So whichever month that I started this, throughout the next year that I finish it. But spoiler alert, of course I didn't finish it. I have incomplete things that I wrote there, so hence why it's now fast forwarded. Is that a word? But yeah, I'm just gonna show you and myself the things that I wrote, but essentially I will not explain them, or I will not tell the story, because it ends up empty, I think by the 6th or 7th month. But yeah, I just really want to remember what I wrote. But you're free to pause if you want to read. You're free to fast forward if you don't. But yeah, I have little things that I wrote on there. I also don't know why, but I ended up not writing that much back in grade 6. So yun lang. And then suddenly it's the thoughts and feelings pages. The pages where you write where you were mad, sad, jealous, or whatever. And I will not be explaining because I either did not write on them or I wrote cringy stuff. And there's gonna be a specific page on here that I will keep to myself because we will not tell people about that. Okay? And then, yeah, so just enjoy the view. And then suddenly myself is going so fast, and now this is the part of the Slambook where your friends can also put in things about them, which I didn't have that much friends, so I just you see it's empty. Okay, and you also see the part where I stick a photo of them and it's empty. So yeah, these last few pages are the best and the worst of the year, so you're year-end review, basically. Movie you saw, songs you listened to, and you can, a few pages after, you can paste movie tickets. So yeah, I have nothing to say about these pages because they're empty. Because I was in grade 6, I was not allowed to go out that much. So that's all for the slam book. So can you believe it's been 1 year later? What are you gonna do next?